I remember getting my first tattoo. It was interesting because the person right next to me was the first girl that I ever fell in love with. And of course, first heartbreak, mental breakdowns. I also remember coming to the United States and learning English. It was interesting, taking all those classes and being able to go to college right after. I also remember my mom getting pissed at me. Not only the first time that I got my first tattoo, but I remember seeing her disappointment, and she just didn't believe that her son would do something like that, especially after the second tattoo. Let me tell you, I love my second tattoo. My second tattoo, it's an hourglass shape. That has a lot of meaning for me. It's remember that you will die. You have only one life, so might as well just get the most out of it before it's over. My 20s. I remember accepting everything in my 20s, just allowing the universe to manifest itself through me, and remember that all of these experiences that you're having right now, they're just over 20 years of experience. And later in my 30s, it's when I finally was able to accept all of these characters, and I was able to put up this album, this music album. It wasn't a hit or anything, but being able to record all of these songs and all of these experiences and feelings that I had, and to put them in an album, in a CD, and then just being able to hear the final product was satisfying. And it had a lot of meaning to me, because we're here for a role in my 30s. My 30s came with a very interesting role that I had to play in this movie. And again, it was just more self-growth, self-discovery, and acceptance. Which is interesting for me to go over the same things over again in my 30s. This movie just gave me a little bit more of exposure, and I was able to land in this other movie, a fiction movie, action movie. It was a blast. Part of it because I was ready for more, and that's when I adopted Lucy. I still remember Lucy. I miss her so much. Then I realized too that I was ready to settle down, and that's when I met Nicole, my wife. Still remember her smile. I hope she remembers me. However, I remember last time when Enzo was around, my grandkid. I was telling him about YouTube and how this platform was interesting, where you could upload all of this content, and content was uploaded daily. But of course, he doesn't understand because he hasn't lived through all of this yet. Nicole and I tried to get pregnant, but we couldn't. That didn't stop us though from adopting not only once, or adopting our second kid, but we did it 3 times. What's more interesting for me is that after all this time, the memories that I have is my baptism. Just being ready in my church clothes, getting to get baptized, and going up to the after party, seeing this water fountain, and just understanding that there's a lot of opposition, and this is the dance of life and death.